Hi everyone and welcome back to RC Fun&Games. I'm Ryan and today we are going to continue the upgrade series on the Traxxas TRX4M Defender. We are going to continue to actually turn everything into metal and upgraded parts. So we're going to start metal gears, aluminium gearbox housings, the 55 turn red motor. I want to give this one a shot, and we're going to be installing the hardened drive shafts, which apparently are in phase from Injora. I just want to check if there's really that much of a difference between these and the stainless steel ones I have installed. So let me chat less, let's get stuck straight in. Okay, we've already done quite a few times a job like this, but because it's the Defender and people research different ones, I'm going to be doing it in detail again, showing you exactly how to install part by part. We're going to start by removing the 2 screws on the battery tray and removing the 4 screws around the gearbox so that we can actually access this gearbox. Now that we've got that out, it's quite simple just to pull the gearbox up. As you guys can see, now you just got to get the motor wire out from inside here. So I'm gonna have to cut the zip ties. The motor wire is really easy to know where it comes from because it's even got it marked out, motor. So just pull that one out and start getting your wiring out accordingly. And as you can all see, that's how hard it was. It took about 2 minutes to remove the whole gearbox. Now, I don't need to touch this gearbox. I don't need anything from this gearbox. I'm going to be using this whole engine gearbox setup on the next Tarantula build. So I'm just going to remove the stainless steel drive lines, and then we're going to start assembling the new stuff, what's going to be going in here. Okay, so let's start by opening the aluminum housings for the gearbox. Okay, as you guys can see, the quality, the finish off looks amazing. The last one I installed went together amazingly. It was really well made. And I also found that the noise from the metal gears were reduced hugely by using the aluminum gearbox. Now, we've got the back plate there of the gearbox. Let's get the motor open. Okay. Definitely easier to turn this motor than the 48 turn. But it does feel nice and heavy. It feels like a good quality motor, and of course they provide the hardware needed to fit it. So I'm going to start installing the motor to the back plate of the gearbox. I will also just be using a touch of Loctite on these. Let's get our gears out. So far, I've got nothing bad to say about the metal gears from Injora. They have been really good quality. The finish off as well is great, guys. Check that out. And of course, the pinion gear in metal we will not be using as the motor already comes with it. Okay, to install these gears, I'm going to be using the hardware provided with the aluminum gearbox. You've got the bearings, the hardware, and the actual metal shafts you will need for the gears. Okay, we're going to start by putting just a little bit of grease on these metal shafts. Now we're going to grab one of the bearings provided. I'm going to put it on at the bottom there. Okay, that one's definitely the way to go in there. Now I'm assuming this one goes there, so another bearing. Okay, went on nicely. Okay, so far so good. And now we've got this one here, which we've got to put the bearing and fit. But before I do all that, I'm going to start throwing grease on the gears. And because these are metal gears, I am putting a little bit more grease than I normally do, because they like to make a little bit more noise than the plastic gears. Still not going to go wild. Now we've got the third and last one. Let's get him greased up. There's a little bit of play on this one, so I'm gonna throw the shim they provide just over there. It's a little tiny thin shim, and gonna throw that down to see if it will eliminate the play. On the last kit they provided 3 of them. This one they only gave 1. So I'm just gonna see if it's enough to eliminate the play. Okay, just fitting the last 2 bearings. Okay, now we can close it up. Oh, beautiful. And the play is completely gone on the shaft. There's no more play. Nothing. So I'm going to assemble it just like this. And there you are. We've got our gearbox built. Now let's just grab our drive shafts, cut them open. Okay, so we get the hardware needed, and we also get, of course, the drive shaft. So let's have a quick look at these and see if the quality is any better or any different than the stainless steel ones. So as we can see, they are definitely in phase. You can see both are pointing to exactly the same direction. The next 2 are in the same direction. So these are definitely in phase. They're not half out. Little bit of oil in there just to keep it lubrified. Now, don't forget, when you install this back on the vehicle, you want this to match up with this one and this one to match up with this one. That means it's in phase, okay? Nice fit. Okay, and now it is ready to be installed back into the vehicle. Okay, we're going to start with the wiring going back through where it belongs. just trying to drop the gearbox back in, which that drive line is catching. There you are. That's it. Gonna start by installing the screws from the gearbox again. Okay, the job is done, and I think it's time we take it out, we go and give it a little test, we see what this 55 turn motor from Injora is like. I just want to see how quiet it is as well, because the Bronco's really quiet with this gearbox and those metal gears. So let's go and give it a little test, let's see how it performs. And before I do that, I just wanted to say thanks for joining me, guys. I really appreciate all the support I get from you, and I hope to see you all on the next one. Until then, happy trails everyone!